Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 5th. We are just going to jump right in here, Aries, and we are going to take a look at your general energies for the week in this first row here. And I have never, I literally just switched decks. I pretty much switched between every single sign. I mean, you can see that I have a couple right here. And I have never had so many readings where the sun and the moon are coming up together in a reading. So there's some sort of like duality thing going on this week for sure. Next, we're going to look at the anything unexpected that could be coming in for you at this time. After that, we're going to look at what you need to know right now for your highest good for this week in this row here. And then we're going to look at the end at any advice or messages from your guides in this last row. We're also going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end, and I will give you time to think of your questions. But you start off with this card. It says, a new romantic cycle begins. You've been getting a lot of cards of love. Again, not many other signs have been getting like so much love stuff necessarily. You definitely are one of the top signs, I would say, as far as love is concerned. So if you're looking for love, could be a new romantic cycle. If you're not looking for love, I would just say that there's a new cycle coming in for you based off of something that you see as your happily ever after. We have the Ten of Cups in this reading, and there's a major focus on the Ten of Cups. I always talk about Neptune and Pisces because, I think that it's like a dominant energy that we could all be dealing with and are been dealing with. I shouldn't say could, because we are. And, part of Neptune and Pisces is about dreaming big, like having big dreams, not tiny little dreams, not tiny little things, right? Things that are very important for you that also you just want to do because you want to do them, whatever your dreams are. It's like, I think as long as you're doing things not necessarily for money, not necessarily for love, not necessarily for a reason other than, your heart is telling you to do it, then you will get all of those things. All those things that you want really, will be a side effect of doing something because your heart tells you to do it, whatever it is. And I think that's, kind of why I get so many of these readings lately that talk about being brave, because maybe what your heart is telling you to do is scary, or maybe it's a process, or maybe you have to go against the grain in some way. And that's kind of how I'm reading this right here, Aries. You have the sun, the moon, and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is your heart. She is the card of really focusing on how you feel about things. And again, I've never seen her so much in readings, as I have over the past like 6 months or so, or maybe a little bit less. But, she's looking at that cup, and that cup almost looks like a trophy to me. And I always say that, that cup really represents her emotions, how she feels about things. And she does things because she feels that it's the right thing to do. And maybe you can't see a very clear path, because it is weird that you have the sun and the moon showing up in the reading together. The moon can be the fears, the moon represents fears, illusions, fantasies. I always say the moon, nowhere does the moon say stop. There's a path straight down the middle to these mountains in the background. And the moon basically says that if you keep moving forward, eventually the sun is going to come up. Eventually, there will be clarity in your life. The moon comes up, the moon goes down. The moon, very specifically, is meant to be temporary in the tarot. So, I feel like if you're in a moon period of fear, of not knowing like where things are going, I feel there's a lot of happiness coming in for you. For others, by the way, as far as love is concerned, sorry, I can't find my, oh, here it is, right here. Couldn't find my clarification deck. I thought it was hiding under my cheat sheet there, Aries. But, I feel as far as love is concerned, some of you, I feel someone could be like a little bit surprised that maybe they can't just come right back into your life. So, take that for what it's worth. With the sun, here you go. You have the devil. I definitely get this weird feeling. I don't think you're taking anyone back, by the way. But again, I feel someone could be surprised that they can't just march right back in to your life, that you're not willing to play the games any longer. So as far as love is concerned, I feel like you're focused on new love. It's like you're understanding your worth here. With the moon, you have the Seven of Swords. I do feel a lot of things behind the scenes. So, Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing. But as I always say, this is not Kim Kardashian tarot, right? This is not drama tarot. So to me, the Seven of Swords actually is a good card. But, that's, I would say in this situation, I feel that there have been, if there's love that you're walking away from, that, there was some underhanded stuff going on. Let's put it that way with that Seven of Swords. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Page of Cups, new love. Like I said, I feel like you're very focused on new love. Page of Cups is also your dreams. Actually, I'm going to go here, because if we go like this, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups, Fool, you, showing up right here. It's like if you follow your heart this week, or actually really in forever, that you're going to end up in this position of the Emperor, which is a really good position. The Page of Cups outside of love, he's looking at that fish, and that fish is, again, some sort of like big dream, wish, or goal, something that he wants to create in his life. So I feel for a lot of you, there's like a lot of opportunity coming in for you at this time to live your happily ever after, or whatever you want to call it, basically. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have the spiritual maintenance card. It says, be your own caretaker. Kind of what I've been saying this whole entire time. Your reading definitely speaks of needing to kind of do things because you want to do them, not because, someone else wants you to do them, or not because you're trying to, attract love, for example. A lot of us, I think, because we're humans, it makes perfect sense that a lot of us do things for love. It's like maybe we, do whatever. Maybe we get fake nails. Maybe we work out. Maybe we try to make money. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. Right? We're always maybe looking to attract a person in our life, of course, but, some of us not. But what I would say here is I feel like you're starting to do things for yourself with this energy. So is it really unexpected? I would say no. I think what's unexpected is how good it feels, right? You have the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the Death card. Yeah, the Death card is like the transformation that you could be undergoing at this time. And you can also see that the Sun is coming up between the two pillars on the moon that's right here. So as far as I'm concerned, you are definitely leaving a moon period behind. I feel like you're entering into a sun period. Even if we look, the Fool has the sun to his back. It's like he's ready to go. I feel like you're starting to notice, like when you're moving forward on the right path, it's like things are going very well. Things are obviously going to go very well for you. I feel like the sun will kind of be shining on you. You're going to feel positive. But if there are things that mess up your day, which we basically see right here, Seven of Swords and the Moon, I feel like you're going to notice that things kind of slow down for you. I definitely feel you're like facing some sort of dragon, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But everything here, it's like you have the tools to slay the dragon. You have the sword, Ace of Swords right here. There could be some sort of victory or win coming in for you. You can see this sword is above the mountains on this card, and it kind of represents a victory. It does say that, the sword above the mountains kind of says that we will always experience challenges in life, but you can easily overcome those challenges with the Ace of Swords energy. So I definitely like to see that. Let's see. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Temperance card. Definitely time for you to be patient. And again, I feel that there is a flip-flop going on here in the energy between you and another person, for those of you that have been dealing with a person. Something's changing. It's almost like you're taking their place, which is interesting. Like, I don't even know what that means, Aries, taking their place. It's not like you're becoming this person. I just feel like maybe they breadcrumbed you, for just giving you an example here. Maybe you were in a situation where the person breadcrumbed you, and now you're breadcrumbing them. I don't think you're doing this on purpose. I just think you're taking your energy back, so maybe they feel like you're breadcrumbing them. Maybe that's not even the right way to put it, because to me, it looks like you're just moving on. I wouldn't call that breadcrumbing, right? But the tables have turned here, Aries, is what I feel like saying. And here you go. With the Fool, you have the Six of Pentacles, breadcrumbing. Right there. So exactly what I was saying. I feel for a lot of you, you're just kind of moving past, any type of breadcrumbing situation that could potentially have happened or has been happening in your life with this Six of Pentacles. I also feel Six of Pentacles to me is a card of investment. It just says that whatever you put energy into, you want to see energy back. And same thing with that Libra card. Again, it's crazy to me how much Libra energy comes up in these readings. Over the past 6 months or so, there is a major focus on, I wouldn't really call it fairness. I would just call it more balance. Even the Ace of Swords is a card of balance as well. So just wanting to make sure you're getting what you deserve. With the Death card, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, I would say, it's possible that someone could be returning. I feel like you're kind of turning a blind eye to this anyway. I feel like you're turning around on this. But for others, again, I feel there's reason to celebrate because you're leaving this moon period. You're stepping into a sun period, basically. Next in the area of what you need to know for your highest good, you have this Not For You card. I feel you already understand that something is not for you, and clearly you are sitting in your higher power, or in your highest power. We see the Emperor right here, so highest version of yourself. Ten of Cups, Fortune After Difficulty, and Queen of Swords. It's like she's open to new love. And that's what I feel like you're doing here, is you're just opening to new love for a lot of you, if you're looking for love. If you're not looking for love, I feel like you're kind of opening up more towards your dreams. Again, Knight of Cups can also be a card of your dreams, and we'll talk about that in a minute. You have a lot of symbols of rebirth going on in your reading. I would say it's more of a personal transformation in your life, but you can see here that this always kind of reminds me of the Ankh, in Egyptian mythology. So, it can be a symbol of rebirth or being reborn. And I feel for a lot of you that you could be being, undergoing a rebirth type situation with this Emperor energy. I feel like you're in a much better kind of like position as well. Definitely, I feel very much more powerful for you with that Emperor energy. You have the Ten of Cups, which is fortune after difficulty. Also, you're happily ever after, like I said. So, Ten of Cups outside of love, even inside of love, can just be a happily ever after type situation where, I always say these people are dealing with the regular old problems of the world, but they're choosing to focus on happiness. That's really, when you get down and dirty with the Ten of Cups, that's what it's all about. It's about choosing to look at the bright side, choosing to be happy, choosing to do things that make you happy as well, whatever those things may be. And that's what I feel like you're focusing on here, more heart-based stuff. You have the Queen of Swords here. Again, she has her hand out. She is open and willing to receive. I do feel a little bit of defensive energy here. Probably not a bad thing. Again, if you're kind of protecting yourself from anyone, like I said, messing up your day or something like that. That makes perfect sense to me here, Aries. With the Emperor, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, I would be careful of any breadcrumbers coming back from the past for sure, but really, I feel like the tables are turning. I think that's the best way I could put this reading in not just love. I feel like multiple areas of your life. It's like you're turning the tables here and things are turning in your favor. That's the whole point of the Wheel of Fortune, is that there's more luck. It is a card of control, and the Emperor is also a card of control. So, this is a card of needing to take control of your destiny, and we do that with our vibrations with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel a lot of you are doing that. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, you're basically saying, like, is the juice worth the squeeze with the Seven of Pentacles? I feel for some of you that you realize a past situation isn't worth it. And I mean, it couldn't be any clearer taking this middle row here. Six of Pentacles, breadcrumbing. Is it worth it? No. You're moving on to the future, plain and simple. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Six of Cups. Again, I would be careful of anyone coming back from the past. I feel like you're moving on from this situation with the Six of Cups. But what I will say is that Six of Cups is a card of moving forward. It's a card of obstacles being removed from your life. It is a gift from the universe. And outside of love, even inside of love, it can say that you've been trying to do something for a long time and maybe hasn't been working. But when we get the Six of Cups, the gift we receive is like forward progress. At the end here, for advice from your guides, you have this Dragon card. Again, I feel like you're slaying some sort of dragon. Dragons represent fears or things that we do fear in our life. And I feel for that for some of you. For others, I just get like wisdom. I think in this deck, I actually don't remember if I'm being honest, but I feel like in this deck, it talks about how dragons represent kind of like an ancient energy, an ancient wisdom. So there's like a certain amount of wisdom that you're gaining in this reading. I would say it's more kind of like a test that you've passed. Because you've passed the test, you gain the reward of knowledge or something here, if that makes sense. You have the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. I really feel that you're entering into a period where you're very focused on your own resources with the Queen of Pentacles. A lot of people have been getting this. Again, I think this is just a sign of the times with the Queen of Pentacles. We have inflation and all these other financial fears, right, going on in the world. So people are, I think, naturally just becoming more resourceful. And, I think there's nothing wrong with that because, I think it's better to be prepared than to get, hit by a bus. That is what, whatever the government is doing, right? So I feel like it's better to be prepared with the Queen of Pentacles, not in a prepper way, not in like a paranoid freak way, right? I'm talking just, kind of be resourceful at this time. You have the Six of Swords here, moving on to calmer shores, so definitely improvements, and that's exactly why I wouldn't even worry about the message with the Queen of Pentacles, because to me, it looks like you're moving on to calmer shores. It looks like you're moving towards bigger and better things with this energy, and you're being guided. This guy in the back of the boat, he represents a guide. He represents someone who goes back and forth between the choppy waters. So I feel for some of you, your guides are literally guiding you towards bigger and better things. I think this is how you get there. Right here is the Knight of Cups. Definitely could be love coming in for you. I do feel there is new love coming in for you if you want it. Obviously you're going to have to go get it, as I always say. But, the Knight of Cups is a dream. Normally he's looking into that cup and he is dreaming of his happily ever after, his 10 of Cups. And he just needs to start planting seeds right here, right in front of the water in the desert, and they will grow. Because even though he's in the desert, it looks like there's nothing there. There's water where he could plant seeds and they would grow. So I feel for some of you, you just need to start moving forward. For some of you, it looks to me like maybe you were attached to some sort of devil-like person or situation, and now you're setting yourself free. Or, even in, what I'm kind of getting here as well is like, even in business, you could be diversifying. Like if you have a business or a career, it's like maybe your income only comes from like one source. Some of you, I do get that popping up here where it's like you're creating other sources of income, and it could still be related to the business. Like if you have a business, maybe you're just adding another product onto the business. Maybe you're just doing things differently, or maybe you're starting a YouTube channel. I always say it's like great side business, right? Just document the process of like whatever it is that you're doing. You never know. It might not make you a ton of money, but it could be extra, right? Could just be something that is resourceful with the Queen of Pentacles. Here you go. Knight of Wands. Definitely an energy of kind of moving towards your desire. The Knight of Wands is a card of your desires, how you feel about things, and kind of like what you want to create in your life. So I would start moving towards your desires with this Knight of Wands energy. With the Six of Swords, you have the High Priestess. Definitely time to trust your intuition. With the High Priestess. High Priestess is a card of mysteries, and you have a lot of mystery stuff here. You're not the only sign that's had a lot of mystery stuff this week. How do I feel about this for you? I don't know. If I'm being honest. I don't really know how I feel about that High Priestess. I think we're going to pull 3 cards, actually, on the High Priestess. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, it's definitely time to move forward. Again, I see this, Sun, Moon, all the Libra energy. It's almost like you have a choice to stay in the Moon energy or the Sun energy. I would move towards the Sun, which is your heart, your desires, things that bring you joy. And I would let go of the Moon with that Four of Pentacles energy. I just want to say, can we just pull 3 quick cards and get more details about this High Priestess energy here? You have the Two of Pentacles, choice, exactly what I said. See, the thing is that the Sun energy can be scary. It's like, why do you think people, and I'm not saying you, I'm just saying in general, I'm sure you've all seen someone, or maybe you've done it, I've done it, right? Where for years, I stayed in a super negative energy and I didn't leave. It's like I just stayed there. I could have easily left. Why? And it's like, I don't know, sometimes freedom can be scary. Sometimes, happiness can be scary. And I feel that for some of you, where really it's like the mystery is moving towards happiness. With the High Priestess, you also have the Star. Yeah, moving towards your inner light with the Star card, having faith that things are, that you are meant to have a good life. I truly believe that. You are here to be blessed. I think we all are, but maybe we've just been stuck in, this energy of not being blessed, right? Yeah, and just needing to see it. 8 of Swords, needing to see that things can be different. It's like I've told a lot of stories how they're like, so many times in my life, I've had people tell me stories where they realize that things were supposed to be different. Maybe they were raised a certain way and they thought their family was normal, but then they actually meet like a normal family, right? And they realize that they were abused or something like that, right? It's because they've never experienced anything different, right? And I kind of feel this is talking, I'm not saying that's what's happened to you, but what I am saying is I feel that this High Priestess is saying, you need to go taste all the flavors of the rainbow with that 10 of Cups, right? I feel like you need to go have experiences because it's almost like it's gonna open your worldview or something like that. And I feel like that's part of these tables turning in your reading, is that you could be having experiences that you just didn't know existed or something like that. I feel like I've said this to you before. I don't know. I like it though, Aries. I feel like it's a good thing. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. So 1, 2, 3. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think of your questions. But for question number 1, I would say yes, you have the Strength card. I feel like this is what you've waited for right here. So yes. For question number 2, I would also say yes, 6 of Wands, success, abundance, good things coming in for you here. I do get this energy of needing to be careful of being held back with that 6 of Wands. And what I mean by this is sometimes I always tell a story. I had a friend who wanted to start a business, wanted to move away. And it's every time he tried to do something, his mom would have some sort of issue. She'd end up in the hospital. She would break her leg. She would, you know what I mean? It was one after the other. Every time he was supposed to leave, it's she had some sort of problem. Very toxic situation, right? It's she was causing these problems, I'm convinced. And, I kind of see that here. I'm not saying that someone's going to do that to you, but I am saying if you have a friend who always has a problem when you're going to do something, if you have an ex who always pops back up when you're trying to get into a new relationship, it's that's popping into my head with whatever you're asking about. And again, there could be a million different reasons or examples, but, I would pay attention to that and make some decisions. And finally, for question number 3, I'd say yes, true love. I feel like there's new love coming in for you, something much different. So this looks really good here, Aries. I really like this. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.